This morning, we are going to talk about your voiceover demo. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it, all right? So hang in there. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Daily Voiceover Huddle. We do this every day, every weekday at this time, for the purpose of talking all things voiceover to give you the tips, tricks, strategies, things you need to know to make more money in voiceover. Turn it from a hobby into a career. And in addition to being a actual full-time working voiceover talent, being a voiceover coach and a demo producer, author of a couple of voiceover books. My latest is Get Paid Using Your Voice. And you can get the book and the digital copy, the audio book below in the description. There are links to all of that. And before we get into the main event for today, I want to say thank you for attending Aaron Bradley's Imaging 101 last night. It was near standing room only, virtually speaking. It was crazy. I mean, that class, there was so many people in that class last night. And I'm so glad you were there and able to participate and to interact with Aaron. Aaron, what a great guy. I mean, not only is he a great guy, nice guy, he's a great teacher, but this is what he does for a living. He's one of the most recognizable voices in America when it comes to radio imaging and TV affiliate work. So this is a guy who does it, and which is the number one criteria. When you're looking for somebody to teach you, find the person who's doing it and do what they do. I mean, not to oversimplify it, but that's basically how it works. And that's why I brought in Aaron Bradley to do that specific training. And for those of you, and I'm getting great comments in the chat this morning, for those of you who were there last night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Here's the good news. If you weren't able to be live, as always, we make the videos available for a very short period of time. And when I say short period of time, I mean the videos from last night, meaning the main event plus the bonus videos that go with that. They're available until midnight Pacific time tomorrow. So after tomorrow, the videos are being pulled. So if you want those, make sure you get on those ASAP. Link below in the description. So what's wrong with your voiceover demo? And how could I possibly know what's wrong with your voiceover demo? Most of you have never met personally. Most of you have never heard. I haven't. Some of you, I've heard your demos. Some of you probably produced your demos along the way because I've produced hundreds of demos. And it's for that reason that I know precisely what the biggest problem is with your voiceover demo, because I see it all the time. And virtually everybody I've ever worked with. As a matter of fact, I just wrapped up production on a demo for a demo client yesterday. And what we had to work on was the very thing that I'm about to talk about. I start work with a brand new client today who I've never worked with before. But a little bit later on this morning, I'll have a session with him, a training session. And I guarantee you, the thing that we'll work on is the thing I'm about to tell you. And that's this, is that you have to expand your range. What do I mean by that? Well, when you listen to the average person's demo, especially if it's self-produced, what happens is you'll find out that they operate in a very narrow lane, invariably. And when I say operate in a narrow lane, what I mean is the read barely changes at all. Now, as you know, the purpose of a demo is to showcase your capability. And when I say showcase your capability, it means showcase your range. And that's one of the reasons I really pushed hard for you to attend Aaron's class, because it's learning a whole new gear or two in how to approach copy and perform copy. But clients need to hear that you're capable of doing a broad range of not just, product types and genres, but styles and ways of approaching the script, whether it be, highly excited or serious, or you've got to be able to elicit emotion. Now, here's the problem from a psychological standpoint, is that when you're recording those scripts, you think you are doing that. When I'm recording scripts, I think I am doing that. The problem is we don't hear ourselves the way other people do. So subconsciously what happens is, you remember bowling when you were a kid and they would put up the bumpers, those bumper lanes, you know what I'm talking about? They put bumpers in the gutter so that when you throw the ball would bounce off the bumpers. We've got bumpers subconsciously that we're not even aware of. And it creates a very narrow lane so that when we're behind the microphone and we're doing the voiceover thing, if we begin to veer too far off to one side or the other, Our mind tells us, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. You're starting to sound crazy. That doesn't sound normal. That doesn't sound right. So it brings us back into this little lane and we stay in this little lane. So it doesn't matter what the script is for. It doesn't matter if it's a documentary or if it's commercial or if it's e-learning or if it's for a grocery store, a car dealership, or a funeral home. It all sounds the same. It's virtually the same delivery. Oh, you might get a little bit louder, a little bit softer, a little bit faster, a little bit slower, but emotionally, it never changes or barely changes at all. And again, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's not your fault. It's just that's subconsciously, that's what the human mind does when we're behind a microphone. When we're out in the real world, we don't have those restrictions. Our mind does not tell us, whoa, 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 get back in the lane. We freely communicate. We feel what we feel. We communicate how we feel, depending on the context and the people we're around, all those kind of things. But in a isolated, sterile environment like a studio with a microphone, it feels weird to do that. And that's why you need a good producer and a good director to get a good demo. It's as simple as that. So what I would encourage you to do, and here's your homework, any demos that you have, go back and listen. And listen, and if you feel like you need a secondary opinion, get somebody who knows you well, a very good friend, maybe a significant other, somebody who knows you well, and say, "Is this how I actually communicate?" If we were sitting and having a conversation and you heard this, does this sound natural? Does this sound real? Does this sound believable to you? Don't ask about the sound of your voice. Nobody cares about the sound of your voice. You got to get rid of that idea. Nobody cares. What they care about is how you make them feel. That's what voiceover ultimately is all about when it comes to performance and getting hired for jobs. Get some feedback and see if I'm not right, because I'm like I said, I've done this hundreds of times and it's always the same challenge. It's the human challenge. All right. And again, it's not your fault. That's just the way the subconscious operates. But that's the thing that you have to overcome and break out of to really truly have a killer demo, to really get the response that you want. And if you're not getting the response that you want from your demo, you're either not getting it in front of enough people or it's not you're not performing in such a way that is compelling to elicit the response that you need, and you need to do both. If you want more information on demo stuff, just you can drop me an email, training at BillDeWeese.com, and I'd love to talk to you more about that. And by the way, before we go to live chat, I got to mention my live event's coming up July 13th, right here in the Chicagoland area, and we're going to open registration on this next week. And you can get on the waiting list. What does that mean? Well, when you get on the waiting list, what we're going to do is we're going to send you a text and an email the moment the gates come open so that you can be among the first, because this is only one. It's literally a 100 physical seat event, and the price is it's half the full price on the first day that registration opens. So you want to make sure you're on the list and you're one of the first people to get in. So just go to BillDeWeeseLiveEvents.com for that. Okay, so who do we have on the live chat this morning? A lot going on. Rob Ryder says, Rob and Jill wish you a happy birthday. It is my birthday today. Thank you very much. Rob and Jill, I appreciate that so much. As I mentioned, I think I mentioned yesterday, it's, at this point in life, it's not nearly so exciting as it was before I was like 18 or 21. But I am fortunate. I am blessed. I'm healthy. I'm active, friends, family. I've got nothing to complain about. Mark, how are you doing? And thanks for the happy birthday. I appreciate that. Hey, Rusty in the UP of Michigan, welcome to the Daily Huddle. Mark, good morning, everyone from Montreal, Canada. Rick says good morning from Des Moines and happy birthday to both of us. So today is Rick Sadowski's birthday as well. Happy birthday, Rick. He says, I also know Ad Velvet Voiceover also shares this day. What are the odds? I know like 3 of us in this group, at least 3 were born on this day. It must be a very special day. Rusty says, sorry, I couldn't make the training last night. I had a music rehearsal. I look forward to the video and bonuses. Absolutely, Rusty. And when you get any training from me, it's put in a learning portal online so you can access it as often as you want indefinitely. So thank you. Rebecca, feeling like a winner in Michigan. Rebecca, it's because you are a winner. You're in the voiceover blueprint. You've been following all of the training, doing all the stuff, and now you're reaping the benefit of all that hard work you put in. You are a winner. MG, hello to you in North Carolina. Love the training last night with Aaron Bradley. Thanks to you, Bill, for putting it all together. Thanks, MG. It was certainly my pleasure, and I'm so glad you could attend. Wally says, happy birthday. Thank you, Wally. Mike in Oak Island, North Carolina, and thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. GS in Longview, how are you doing? Jason, good morning to you in Kearney, Nebraska. I can't wait to hear what to fix on my demo. Looking forward to that, Jason. Aaron, almost Friday. Good morning from Columbia, Missouri. That's right. It's Friday Eve. Jason, good morning to you in Newport, Oregon. Corey, what's up in Whitehall, Wisconsin? John in Rhinebeck, New York. Terry, good morning from Falston, Maryland. Shaney in Alton, Illinois. Luis in Oxnard, California. Sarah in Wisconsin. Zach says, good morning to Bill in the Huddle from sunny North Florida. Marla's in Texas. Dory, what's going on? She says, loved last night's class. Dory, so glad you could go. And if you were there, I know you loved it. I mean, there's no way you couldn't. And more importantly than loving the class, is just knowing that content is going to make a huge difference in what you do. And it gives you the possibility of opening up more doors, for your career, which is, the ultimate goal and very exciting. Trippy, what's up in Northwest Ohio? Vanessa, happy birthday. She says, thank you, Vanessa, there in Belgium. I appreciate birthday wishes from Belgium today, Vanessa. Matthew in Grand Rapids. Yeah, let's do it. Calvin in Charleston, good morning, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Great class last night, Calvin says. Calvin, so glad you could be there. Let's see. JR in Austin, Texas. Jolie. Thank you, Jolie. Gary says, couldn't make the live class, but look forward to watching the videos when I leave the office today. They're in Nashville. Gary, thank you. Yeah, and you're gonna love it. We've got Emma in Huntington Beach, Alex in Utah, Scotty in South Dakota, John, the Furball and John from the sectional in Memphis. Great information as always. Jess in Austin, Texas. Okay, let's see here. What do we have here? Megan says, good morning from rainy, soggy Manitoba. Joy in nice, sunny Southfield, Michigan. Tim, good morning to you. Great event last night with Aaron. Lots to soak in. Yes, indeed. And that's why, we always make that stuff available so you can go back and watch it again and again and again and again. Wayne says, wow, thanks so much for putting last night's training together for us. It's like having your cake and eating it too. Yeah. There you go. Eat all the cake. Megan says, happy birthday. Melissa in San Diego. Rebecca just booked her first Zoom meeting with a client today. Rebecca, you got it. Good luck on that. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's an allergy or what. I got a serious nose itch going on here. Brandy, happy birthday. She says, thank you. Hey, Phil, what's up in Tokyo? James in Norway. Let's see here. We've got Greenville, South Carolina on Wally's. Let's see. I think I already mentioned that. Who am I missing here? Melissa, good morning. John says, happy birthday. Thank you, John. And James wishing me happy birthday. Thank you, James. Tanya, thank you for the birthday wishes. And Rick and Velvet as well. John, oh, that's right. Happy 55th. Well, John, yeah, that's it. I'm 55 today. You just took a decade off my life, and I'm loving you for it. Joy, what's up? Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Thanks for all these birthday wishes. Tim, good morning to you in Kansas. Ethan, good morning into Toronto, Ontario. Mike, happy birthday, he says to me. Thank you. Ben, thank you for the birthday wishes. Love your videos. Love from the UK. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Guys, you're the best. You are the absolute best. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being on the training last night. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Make sure you catch those videos of that. If you missed last night, as you could hear from the comments, you missed a phenomenal class. And those videos are only available through tomorrow. So link below in the description. Check it out. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.